Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Today, we are pleased to bring you our Undercard press conference for Saturday night's spectacular pay-per-view event. It's going down exclusively on ESPN Plus pay-per-view from the Michelob Ultra Arena right here at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. Saturday, November 20th, promoted by TopRank Boxing and TGB Promotions. Tickets are sold out. We are super excited about that. So catch them on the secondary market if you can, or buy the pay-per-view on ESPN Plus Saturday night. Our undercards get started at 3 p.m. live on the ESPN app, so free on the ESPN app. Those undercards include Carlos Balderas taking on Julio Cortez and the pro debut of U.S. Olympian Tyga Johnson. I'm Christina Poncher. Thank you again for joining us here with Bob Arum. And Bob, before we talk to the guys on the TV portion, as I mentioned, Carlos Balderas back again for his second pro fight under the TopRank banner, and another U.S. Olympian we signed, Tyga Johnson. Your thoughts on the early undercard guys, particularly Carlos and Tyga?
Well, Balderas was a member of the United States Olympic team coming out of Rio. And, of course, unfortunately for him, he went with the wrong promotional company that didn't know what they were doing. So now he's signed with TopRank, and we think the sky is the limit for Balderas. He's a terrific talent. And as far as Tyga Johnson is concerned, as you know, there were 5 U.S. Olympians in boxing for Tokyo, and TopRank has signed all 5. Tyga is a tremendous prospect, and he's certainly worth watching as he starts his professional career.
And what a great place for him to start, too, on a pay-per-view card here at Mandalay Bay. You and I were just talking a minute ago. I mean, how good is it to be back here at this beautiful hotel and at Michelob Ultra Arena, where you kind of helped with the whole redesign concept of the arena?
Well, when they built this hotel many, many years ago, the people who were building it brought me in for a consultation, and I told them, don't make it too large, make it so that every seat is a great, great seat to watch the fight, and that's what they did. And I think it's 11,700, all of which will be sold for this fight. And of course, if I had known that 30 years ago, 20 years ago, I would have told them to make it a little bigger.
Well, look, you guys get there early. I believe doors open just prior to the first fight, about 30 minutes before 2:30 on Saturday, to see those early undercard fights that will be on ESPN's app. Now, starting on ESPN2, we have a doubleheader that will also be streamed on ESPN Plus. That's starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time, just prior to the start of the pay-per-view. That doubleheader on ESPN2 features a rematch between Adam Lopez and Adon Ochoa, and also Isaac Dogbe taking on Christopher Diaz for the NABF featherweight title. So we're going to talk to these guys in just a minute. But Bob, when we talk about putting cards on free television on ESPN2 before the pay-per-view portion, I mean, either one of these two fights could steal the show come Saturday night.
Well, they probably will. And, you know, and the reason we do that is we offer the public 2 great fights for free, and hope that they get so excited about boxing that they buy the pay-per-view on ESPN Plus, which follows those fights.
Yeah, so a great appetizer with these two before we get to the pay-per-view. And let's talk to those fighters now. Opening up that portion on ESPN2 is a rematch from earlier on both of these guys' professional career. Adon Ochoa to my left, all the way down, and Adam Lopez on my right. We'll start with you, Adon. 12-2, 5-0. The fight against Adam Lopez earlier in your career, back when you guys were just fighting 4-rounders, but have you thought about that loss, and is that kind of something that you've been wanting to kind of get back, if you will, since then?
Yeah, it's always been on my mind since that first loss. It's always been on my mind, and it's something personal. It's something I want to get back, and I'm not the same fighter I was 4 years ago. I just turned 19 years old. Now I'm a grown man. I was barely amateur transitioning into the professional style, and now I feel like I'm ready for this.
When you say it's personal, is it strictly because it was a loss, or is there something that you've seen in him that makes you want it that much more?
Nah, it's not. It's not no animosity between us. It's just because of the loss. I need to get that back. It's gonna stay in the back of my mind, and I got to get it back.
How do you get that done come Saturday night? What can the fans expect from you on this big platform, ESPN2?
You can expect fireworks. I'm gonna push it through. I'm gonna go straight at him, and I'm gonna do what I got to do to win. I'm gonna find a way to win.
Family, friends, it's not a far drive from LA, from Southern California. You expect a lot of support in the building on Saturday.
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody's gonna be watching from home, from Los Angeles, Compton, all over Southern California.
All right, Compton will be in the building. That is Adon Ochoa. He is taking on Adam Lopez, who also trains out of Southern California. Adam, 15-3 with 6 KOs. I mean, your thoughts, you did beat him earlier on in your career. I'm sure you've kind of moved on past that, but when it came back to you that they're getting ready to run this back, what were your initial thoughts?
I've actually had interviews before asking if I'd ever give him a rematch, and I told them, of course. I mean, if our paths cross, I'm not going to turn down no fight. If it makes sense, let's make it happen. I mean, the kid's tough. I got to give it to him. When we first fought, he's a very tough competitor. He had no quit in him. So, you know, he got some wins on his record. He's got 12 wins, 2 losses. That's a winning record to me, and it makes sense. So why not? I'm down to fight anybody.
Yeah, you've never turned down anybody, whether it be last minute or not. How much do you feel like the recent experiences, maybe starting from the Valdez fight on, have made you a better fighter today?
I got pushed up to the top quick with that Valdez fight. You know, I went from a nobody to, okay, Adam Lopez is a featherweight contender. And I held my own against some of the best in the world. One right here sitting right next to me. You know, I've been at the top level, and people know, they know my name, they know I can fight. And I mean, I ain't got to say much, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I can fight, and I bring it every time. There's no quitting me. So it's going to be a tough fight for sure.
I know that you're focused on Adon Ochoa and the task at hand, but you did bring up the man to your left. A lot of people do feel like you won that first fight, or it could have been a draw. Your thoughts on possibly, I know you've been quite vocal about wanting to get that rematch as well.
For sure. That's definitely a rematch I feel like I deserve. I feel like, not to be disrespectful, but I feel like he should be fighting me Saturday night. You're a great fighter, but I definitely feel like he should be fighting me Saturday, and he shouldn't be fighting nobody else. But it is what it is. This is boxing. It's a business, and we got to go through it. So he wins Saturday. I want that rematch, and we're going to see it down the line.
The boss is sitting right next to me. He wants the rematch against Dogbay if he wins on Saturday night. That was a close, entertaining fight the first time around.
Isaac has his hands full with somebody else on Saturday, and then we'll see.
Yep, and that man just said, yep, right here on my left. All right, Adam, we'll keep the show moving along. I'm sure you'll fight, and then you'll be possibly back sitting ringside to watch these two mix it up.
Oh, definitely. I'm going to keep my eyes close on that one.
I'm sure you will. It's going down on ESPN2. On to Chris Diaz and Isaac Dogbay. That fight, you talk about a fight that could steal the show. I don't think either one of these guys know how not to be in an entertaining, exciting fight. Chris, I'll start with you. We've been up here and done this many a times. 26-3 now with 16 KOs. Coming off the loss to Navarrete, what did you take away from that experience?
I mean, it was a great fight. I pushed through every round to the last one. I went down 3 times. I get up like a warrior, like I am. Navarrete said I was the strongest man that he's fought to this date. And I believe it. Every time I hit him, he feel it. But, you know, the best man win. You know, he win. My hometown, too. But, you know, it's part of boxing. I just get 2 weeks off after the fight, get back to the gym. They offered me double, and I said, let's get it. I'm here to fight the best. I never dug nobody. If they told me They told me one time, if you go to 130 and fight Master Yoguito, sure. If you're gonna go 126 and fight Shakur Stevenson, yes. If you're gonna fight Navarrete now, yes. Send me the offer. We accept it. They sent me the offer with Dobe. I'm here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a dog fight.
Well, and that's why you continue to get opportunities like this, because when the calls come, that's what you say yes. And every time that next level or those big fights come, although albeit a great fight, you've come up a little bit short. What is it going to take for you to kind of get over that hump? Do you kind of feel like this is maybe the last opportunity to maybe make that run towards a world title?
I mean, being such a great warrior, bringing the best in the table is going to bring me a lot of opportunities. I know Dobe is tough, but if you put on the line, I think I'm tougher than him. Going to be a great fight on Saturday. He shows to the people that he got a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to take care of it on Saturday.
How do you do that? How do you capitalize on that?
If I told you that, you're not going to know.
Don't give away any secrets, right? You and the team have.
I respect Dobe. He's a great fighter. I worked for this all my life to be here with the best. He's a former world champion, and his business. Like he said, we're going to be there on Saturday cheering the ring, and the best man's going to win.
Bob, boxing is better for guys like Christopher Diaz that answer the call, weight division, regardless, steps up to the plate. I mean,
and
he's the type of fighter.
Before the interview started, I told about Adam, after this fight, everything come good. I want to go down to 122 and fight Colin.
Oh, okay.
I want to fight the big names. I told you, I don't fear nobody. I don't know if they protecting Colin, but I'm here
he's
to
talking
fight.
about Michael Conlon.
And Pitufo is an example of what boxing should be, that a loss is not a death sentence. So many fighters pass up a fight because they're afraid to take a loss. That's crazy. It's the best teams lose in football.
Yep.
The best teams lose in basketball, and yet persevere and can win a title. Isaac is the same way. He's lost a couple of fights to Navarrete, but it hasn't dissuaded him from continuing on. A loss is not a death sentence. Some of the greatest fighters in history have taken losses and come back and risen to new high levels.
And with that, Isaac, Bob mentioned the two losses coming to Navarrete. How have those losses made you a better fighter and you continue to get opportunities like this, albeit at 122 or 126?
I mean, first and foremost, I thank the Lord for bringing us here. It's a beautiful day, and coming back to your question, and thank you for kind words also, Adam. The loss in Navarrete, I believe that it was just a matter of time for me to see things clearly, and also for me to start paving my own way. It really broadened my knowledge about the sport of boxing and everything around me. It took me to places where I didn't think I was gonna go, and having to meet my new team. That's Barry Hunter and Patrice Harris. It had always been like, you know what, they put them in front of you, you knock them out, so and keep on running through them. But a time came, they had to, my new team had to really, make me understand that boxing isn't really all about knockouts. You have to box. Yeah, it's a thinking man's game. I used to get enter the ring with just all hearts, all gas and no brakes. Just wanting to knock people out. But now I'm starting to think a little bit more. I'm starting to enjoy the boxing a little bit more and enjoy the atmosphere and everything that comes with it. So I don't see it as a loss. I see it as an experience, which I took a lot from.
You have good energy. You're always smiling. We're a day before a weigh-in at 126, and you seem quite happy. So is 122 still possibly in your future? Because you seem to be comfortable now at 126. But I was hearing rumors that you might be also perhaps after this fight going back to 22.
Well, like I said, now we are putting together a new team. And thanks to TopRank, Bob and Carl. and all the other people involved. Like I said, putting together a new team. My new nutritionist, perfecting athletes. These are the
You got
people I'm working
Paulina.
with right now. And listen, now I eat and drink on the day of weighing, which is crazy because I think to myself, usually before, let's say a week, fight week, I'll be looking like a skeleton.
No, that's why I asked you. You're like a whole different man sitting here to my right now. So I'm like,
So now it's very different. I feel very comfortable. I'm able to sleep well. I'm able to eat well, hydrate well, and I feel great in this new way.
Shout out to Perfecting Athletes.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
do a fantastic job. Now, you're going to need all of that because this man right here to my left, I know you're familiar with him.
I know. Look, Christopher Diaz is a tough guy. And please tell him to stop following me.
To stop following
To
you?
stop following me.
Are
man.
you just
Listen.
popping up everywhere where he is?
Listen.
Tell me.
I was in Florida, right? And we had a couple weeks in Florida, and the gym I was training at, I found out that this guy too came to the same gym. I'm like, yo, if you want it, we can have it here before we go to the main ring.
Yeah, we went to spar somebody downstairs, and I was like, Gary Hunter is gonna be here in a few minutes with Davis and Dogba. I said, you are gonna fight Dogba.
Oh,
I don't know
the
that.
fight had already been made at that time?
No, we don't know it.
The fight was
And-
had already
I
been
said, but
made.
he's coming? Yeah, in like 15 minutes gonna be here. I said, bro, he can see me sparring, so I gotta go somewhere else. So I went to other gym and spar and get back to Orlando.
So lastly, I think you got the memo. I think it'll be done after Saturday, right? What's it going to take to overcome a fighter like this who's also fought at the world championship level, been a contender many times? He's always brings an entertaining style. What's it going to take to get the job done and possibly get one more crack at a world title?
Well, we've really sat down to analyze him carefully. We know the sort of things that he does very well, and we know he's an energetic fighter. I will lay it all out right now. I know he's gonna come out, throwing overheads and uppercuts and all those things. We know that. It's okay. We've studied most of his fights and seen a lot of things that he does really well. And like my coach always tells me, Isaac, take your time. Take your time, just relax, enjoy the moment. So that's what we're gonna do. And at the end of the day, we're going to give the fans a great and an entertaining fight, because that's what they're all here for. Christmas around the corner. Why not? The fireworks. Let it begin.
All right. Well, enjoy the moment. The fans will be enjoying the moment when they tune in on ESPN2 starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Our doubleheader being brought to you on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus just prior to the pay-per-view. So we're going to pose the fighters off now, and then we will resume with the pay-per-view portion of the undercard. So thank you guys so much for joining
Thank
me.
you.
Always a pleasure. Appreciate you all.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Christina.
Adon. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Just come right up here, and Gardy will have you guys face off. You want Bob here too?
We good, Bob?
He's good.
All four of you. All four?
All right, so next up, Muay is by himself. His opponent is not here. So Muay will be up, and then John Abed and Hassan, and then Estiva and Patrice. So 5 guys.
Can we all be up here?
Yeah, they're all going to sit up here. Just go through it. Because they all have translators, so it's going to be a little shorter. Almost all have translators.
Right, Lopez now.
They speak, I think they're French, both French.
Both French.
And then Falcao's, Gardy's going to translate. He has some Spanish with his Portuguese, and then he's Kazakh. So Muay is the only one.
Face off. All right, thank you guys.
I took this in the photo.
To the front first. Face off. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
You're
welcome, guys. You're welcome. Let's go. How many times is someone going to say like Adam and Adon on that broadcast? Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Let's
all
go.
right, all
Let's
right.
go.